Okay. I wait up.
Anti-climatic countdown.
I know, fuck.
All right. Okay. Okay. We are live on EMW TV.
Sick.
Winger.
That was fantastic.
There's a beautiful intro from Hollie, singer there, from Adwaith. Winger Records and Electronic Music Wales, chatting shit, bringing you exclusive tunes, live from the bed.
That's what I said.
So Hollie, let's act like we haven't been chatting for a whole hour already. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Happy to be here.
So you had your birthday in isolation the other day, didn't you?
I did indeed.
How was that?
It was great.
Was
to
all
be
those
fair.
people in your house, or did you just break fucking social distancing?
No, all those people were in my house. I was quite worried about people thinking that I was breaking social distancing, but they all live with me, I swear.
Yeah. Because to start with, I was like, oh, mate, she's a bit self-important, isn't she? She's just fucking got together a whole party for a birthday in quarantine.
Yeah, I did look like that. I was looking back at the picture, I was like, oh.
And I was like, you're in uni. There's probably like fucking 8 people in your house. Like.
Yeah, there's 6 of us here.
That's pretty sick, to be fair.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I'm so lucky.
Have a few people in your actual house. Has everyone just disappeared as soon as we've gone live, or what?
I'm here, man.
Oh, right. It just all the things went blackout.
Just trying to not chat over like we specified or whatever the fucking word is.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's quarantine's good.
So far, so good.
Keeping sane,
Amazing.
healthy.
So, loads of gardening. Yeah.
Lots of Shrek.
I've been trying to figure lots of Shrek. Been trying to figure out like PS4 on games and stuff, but it's all just really confusing.
What playing a game on a PS?
No, just like all the online shit. That's fucking. It's just run by like Chinese kids, innit, who just get up 6 in the morning, go online, hammer people.
I don't know, bro. I guess it's hard to balance that with charging your iPad.
Yeah. I made a flower bed. What have you done, motherfucker? Been out
I made
in the
a
garden?
studio.
Or is it a pre-existing structure?
Yeah, but I've mate, I got the flyest soundproof on the wall. It's like underlay for a carpet. It's all like lumpy and it's green. It's like the whole wall is like ribbed green. Like it's like the inside of a fucking condom. The whole wall. Like.
Mexican soundproofing underlay.
Yeah, I got a few Mexicanos.
Mexicano.
So, why don't we take it right back to the start with you musically, Hollie? What's like your first memory of like giving a fuck about music?
I think I got my first guitar for Christmas when I was like 9. Like my granddad was in a band. They did alright, to be fair, like back in the day. So I've always been around it, and he bought me that guitar. And then I didn't really start playing it properly until I was like 14. Because my brother was having lessons, and I was like, well, what the fuck? Obviously, I'm gonna have to do lessons as well. And I picked it up. Yeah. And like through my guitar teacher and stuff, I had my first gigs. Like in the Parrot was like my first ever gig. Me on my own with the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just doing covers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you sound like much different to how you sound now? Other than obviously, I'm assuming being worse than you are now.
Yeah, no, I'd like to think I'd sound different from back then. Hopefully.
Like, were you into the same sort of shit then? How old were you when you first did that gig?
I think it was 14.
Fair.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, no, like my music taste obviously has developed. You know, like for ages I was such like a snob, like a music snob. Only listen to like, well, it's not indie rock. I can't listen to that. But my taste has.
I think everyone goes through that, like just being a bit of a snobby prick when you're young, like with music.
Yeah, and you just gotta learn, like, just because you don't like it doesn't mean someone else doesn't like it. Do you know what I mean? I hate people who are like, oh, like there's no need for it. Do you know what I mean?
I remember me and Jem being like, "Ah, fuck Lil Wayne, fucking piece of shit."
I think
it's not doing that.
I think when you're younger though, it's like I've been through a few phases like that. Not necessarily like fuck off to other genres, but it's like you just think something's so good, and you literally like, why don't people get this? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, like, you know what I mean? And but yeah, and then obviously you create rivalries. Like you go like, you know, the classic boom bap, fuck trap, like you kind of just said thing in it. But it's like, it doesn't really fucking matter. Like as long as there's a good song in it, that's what is important.
Yeah, what about you guys? What was your first introduction to music?
Well, we all got answers sometimes. You go, Gaff. You do it.
I don't know. I was just like, my dad always played guitar, and he used to take me to gigs when I was like 6 months old there on, and I've just always been around it. And he just had a massive fucking CD collection, but of all good shit, like, you know, be like so varied between like Nirvana, The Clash and whatever, like Leonard Cohen, Public Enemy. So I just like, basically my dad, from when I was really young, just got me into music. I remember him giving me like fucking Public Enemy, Takes a Nation to Hold Us Back when I was like 7, and I was literally just like, what the actual fuck is this? Crazy, man. Mind blowing. Yeah. But I just loved, I think the first thing I proper loved was the Nirvana Incesticide CD, like, and that's like all just B-sides and stuff. But yeah, that's what kind of got me into music. And I got other family members who are into like play instruments and stuff. So yeah, just naturally been around it. Like,
nice.
Yeah, and then I got a guitar in school, and I didn't want to play guitar, but my mum was just like, "You got to at least try." And we used to just play tennis with the guitars. But then after that, I just got fucking hooked. I literally wouldn't put the fucking thing down till I was about 15, from about the age of 9. And that's it.
I just grew up in the sauce.
Born in the sauce.
Yeah, I was incubated in the sauce.
Born in the sauce. Yeah, I don't know. I started writing bars when I was like 11, 12.
Cool, that's really
yeah, I think I did my first gig in the Parrot when I was like 14. Parrot's Foundation. Trying to remember what gig that was on it. Was it Bryn's gig? Was that the first one?
Yeah. So you two grew up in the Parrot.
Yeah.
Like literally. We all did, but you two were actually like pretty young when you played there.
Like, I honestly think I would be in a like band, but a musician.
Yeah. Well,
that was like my first to live bands. Like it was the only place I could go to see music. Like really. So without it, literally.
Yeah. I was lucky as fuck before the Parrot even existed. My dad was putting on gigs in the Waterside. So like, I'd go and see like, I seen like Chase and Status or Casper and shit when I was like 15 before I would have been allowed to get in normally. Like.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, the common theme here is we're all just lucky for just like the environment we grew up in, really, isn't it? Like,
100%. My first gig was literally like with my uncle when I was like 13. It was literally like it wasn't a hard thing to do. Like, you know, it was just like it was like we'll just go and fucking play. And obviously, I lived in Pendine, and those back then there's gigs on like every fucking weekend, surprisingly, in different places. It was absolutely fast, like.
Yeah.
And we had the music.
Shouts out to Fat Lace locked in on their TV. They got us on the big screen.
Nice.
Shout outs to Ellis and Tobes in the building, if they are in the building, or if maybe it's just Paddy watching. Shouts to all my gang. Who wants a shout out?
like...
£10 for a shout out.
Yeah,
DM me.
$5 and we'll repost your song, man.
DM me on Insta and I'll shout you out for a tenner. PayPal me.
I love it how everyone in quarantine is literally doing music reviews on Facebook, but it's literally like you'll see like a stream of like 3 people and we're like, cash up me $5 to get your song jumped.
Yeah, mate, $5 for 2 extra people to hear my shit. Nice one. Yo, mate, fuck that. We'll say a name and shout you out for 50p. recordswinger@gmail.com. PayPal us 50p. We'll give you a shout out. 2 more people will know you exist in the world. It's worth it, mate.
£10 will take off my shit. £20 Jem will get his dick out. Not really.
£100 I'll get my dick out.
£200 I'll get my dick out.
Wait. So there's different values of dicks here. Hollie's got the best dick, so you got to pay the most to see Hollie's dick.
This is where we need you to come back in and guide it, Harry. You know, and you're like, so going back to the album.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Harry, how big's your dick, Harry?
Let's go off dicks now. Come on.
Let's just say.
Speak for yourself. I'm staying on my dick.
I pass out about 4 times a day.
Well, every time you get a boner, just blood loss from the head.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that's more to do with the size of the brain.
Like, that's a good flip.
Thanks. We got questions.
Okay.
We got questions. Where's the chat at? Is it on Facebook?
It's on Facebook.
The chat's right here, baby.
What's the questions then?
So I've just flicked over to the questions. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Sick. Okay, so Anthony Fitzgerald has asked, forgive the newbie, thank you. Who's got what coming out? Who has recently released?
Our album, Where the Winger 1, is fairly recently out. Adwife's album, which is Hollie's band, is out. Melon.
Yeah, I was out in like 2008.
Yeah. But listen to it now. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
We're gonna preview a track we made with Hollie at the end of this. We got a new video out, 1984, on YouTube. You got anything coming, Hollie?
Not at the minute. We're like writing our second album right now, so after this is all over, hopefully we're gonna get back in the studio. But yeah, it's hard, obviously, when we're far away and quarantined.
Yeah. Have you made anything from the second album yet? Or written?
Yeah, we've got mostly like all the tunes, just need to write a couple more. But I feel like we literally need to be in the studio because that's where there's only so much 3 of us can do. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like have an extra set of arms to be able to play another instrument at the same time. But
yeah, get your ghostwriters in.
Gets done properly. Like us as a band, we've never actually made demos before, really. Only like phone recordings. So we just like jam the songs in rehearsals and then just go straight to our producer.
Fair.
That's the
fair. Yeah, so it's drastically different.
So we don't overthink it, because I reckon if we made loads of demos, we'd be like... Because, I don't know, I think it's just easier for us to get it done straight off the bat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the more we go forward, the less you want to think about stuff, have half-made stuff. You just want to go in there, smash it out, and just get the feeling in it. It weighs down your fucking head having loads of demos. Trust me, mate, we got about 80 of them.
But yeah, I want to shout out stuff coming out. I've got a tune coming out with Brain Zaps very soon, literally next week. An emo heart for all y'all. It's gonna make you all cry, hopefully. No, but shout out to Brain Zaps. He's class. He's really on it and really good at what he does. Like,
yeah, he's great.
Chair boy. Haigie's got some other collabs coming out as well.
Yeah. Did we mention this last time? But yeah, I just in quarantine just set out a status and got a few rappers from all over Wales involved on about 4 beats, and 2 of them are like there, and a couple of the other 2 just like need an extra verse here or there. But it's all sounding fucking sick at the minute. No verses from these 2 though.
Yeah, well, you know.
I wrote a verse. I just need to record it for one of them beats.
Which one?
The one with Craze on the chorus. That one.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I need to get like a home setup on the go because I am useless.
Yeah. I've just started building one like for the first time. I've had like a little box room for ages, but I've just done nothing with it. But I've actually, hopefully I'll actually have a studio by the time quarantine's over.
That would be great.
Sick. Yeah.
Just get a USB mic set up, like if it's just for like some of them are decent, like, and it's just like if you're getting just ideas down or whatever, you just want to send a vocal through, it'd be absolutely fine, and it's like less hassle. You need like one less thing. I know some people would be like, oh, don't use a USB mic, you need a fucking. But like you can literally, I seen some in fucking cash converters for like 30 quid, and they'll get the job done, and it sounds nice, and yeah. I literally seen 2, and I literally was like, I wish I had 60 quid to send one to Hollie and one to Cyan, like while we were in, especially while quarantine, you know.
Do it.
I need 60 quid. Let's do a GoFundMe.
In the cash generator in Carmarthen, Gwen has gotten so many weird instruments from there.
Yeah.
How much? Where are they all coming from? All these weird instruments. I don't understand.
Poverty, bad choices.
Yeah.
Drug addictions.
It's granddad's tactics.
Yeah. Someone was really into the fucking triangle, but then they got a crack addiction and it just trumped it and they sold it.
Fucking Inception, boys.
Well, Phoneception.
We've
Any
got
other questions?
we've got a shout out. They say hi wingers from Jane and Rosie. Happy Sunday, boys. Jane.
Yeah. Hey, what's happening, Jane? What's happening, Rosie?
Paul Horsley is saying winger vision.
My man.
Winger.
Big Chief.
Paul. I've got verses off Paul. Sorry.
He's got verses off Paul.
He's got verses off
Been
Paul.
loving the quarantine.
Yeah, I talked to Paul the other day.
He sent me a video yesterday of him shouting at a pigeon. He's lost it.
Dale Hall says easy.
Easy, safe Dale.
And he does this.
Hard, mate.
We got Dale.
You can't see it. You know that thing what you do.
Winger.
Yeah, winger.
Sorry, I'm just replying to people already. Winger is based in we're in Carmarthenshire, West Wales. To Anthony Fitzgerald on Facebook.
Let's go over to that one. Yeah, here we are.
I don't know how many chats are going on, but yeah, we're based in West Wales.
Sweet.
And we run it.
Well,
Where are you from? What?
Just start a small chat with people.
You got Toby Mackey.
All right, mate, what's the weather like where you're from?
Yeah. Maya's watching. Shouts to Maya.
Shout out to my sister.
Yeah. Shout out Michael Charles Hilton.
Wales.
You are?
Are you playing for Wales this year?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Say again.
Are you playing Focus Wales this year? You are, right?
Yeah, we're playing it in October.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joey Wowie, last one. Happies to Mother Pluckers. Joey Wowie, Guan Rolzini.
Oh yeah, big Mighty Mouse in the house.
Yeah, big up Joey Wowie. Add Joey Wowie on Facebook if you're listening to this, because he's absolutely fire and he's going to be releasing some shit through Winger. You heard it here first. That guy was a fucking next level sick rapper like a decade ago, and he's just come back out the woodwork, and he's gonna fuck shit up. So, go add him up. So, Hollie, what like bands like inspired you to start with? Like, what was the first like music that gave you a buzz to listen to?
I think the first band that I was like completely obsessed with was my dad's favorite band, The Who.
Oh yeah.
And you know that the album Quadrophenia was like the first album that I properly fell in love with. It's got like a whole concept album, and it's very like art rock, and it's really cool. Hopefully I want to work on something like an album like that with a big concept behind it.
Mm.
It definitely inspired me though.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Film too, Rin.
Such a good film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it actually. What's it
What
called?
now?
Like Quadrophenia.
Quadrophenia. Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
Nah,
I still need to watch The Wall as well. Pink Floyd film.
I haven't seen
I've
it.
seen that.
No. Nah.
I think I seen it when I was younger. I can't really remember it. Like,
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays with like inspiration and stuff musically, I don't really listen to bands and think, I don't know, I want to sound like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't really take inspiration that much from music. I take more of like life and people I meet
Yeah.
and do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
Obviously,
that's the way it goes.
as well, but not so much writing stuff like lyrics and shit.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. Like when you start out, you're basically imitating shit you love, innit? And then you absorb so much and make so much that it's like you can't even help. You couldn't even copy something if you tried because you just got too much sauce in your head. Like yeah, like I get all my inspiration for lyrics. They don't really come from rap, innit? Other than like self-referencing shit. But yeah, that's sick. What are you listening to right now?
This band called Sorry that I found yesterday, their new album, their debut album's absolutely class. Also Tremendous.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard Tremendous? Yeah.
Yeah. I hit a couple.
The flow.
Going on High Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she's good.
Yeah, she sounds nutty.
Fucking multitasking, making coffee.
You check her out properly, to be fair.
What about
Good
you?
product placement, Harry.
Well, hit me with it.
Sorry, sir. What's that?
What have I been listening to? Wait, who's talking?
I don't know. Someone just
That'd
mentioned.
be important.
Yeah, product placement, man. Go on. What's up?
It's just shout outs Nest Cafe.
For fuck's sake.
Carry on,
Wow.
sorry. I'm gonna put it down.
I'm glad you fucking interrupted that to fucking support fucking a multinational company. Like, yo, shout out Coca-Cola. Just want to give them a little plug here. If you're listening, drink Coca-Cola. It's really good. They're getting their business off the floor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out McDonald's.
smoke.
I was back in.
It's raining.
Guys, you were doing really great. You were on questions and like the conversation was flowing. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Jem.
Yeah.
I've been listening to.
Harry's got the questions, mate. Get in the chat, boy.
Oh yeah, no, I will. I'm enjoying listening to you guys. Like you're doing really well. I'm learning a lot about what you've been doing. If I have any questions, I will
moderate like questions and shit.
That's also what I'm doing, so I can't do it all.
Yeah, no, I'm saying a Gem, like
Yeah.
absolutely killing a live stream as usual.
Yes, man. But I don't. Has he gone? Yeah, he's gone now.
Hi. What have you been listening to recently?
Thanks, Hollie. I've been listening to loads of Griselda records. I don't know if you've heard them.
No.
West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, and Conway the Machine. They've been signed by Eminem from Buffalo, America. It's just the grittiest, grimiest boom bap street rap shit ever, which I honestly haven't listened to much of that shit in years because that was like the main thing I listened to when I got into rap, and it was banging, and I just kind of got bored of it and listened to more weird shit. But they're just straight out of like the 90s grimy fucking New York sound and shit, but it's like current. So that shit's fire. Honestly, Royce da 5'9's album is sick. His new one. Fuck knows what else. Little Peep. Been listening to a Little Peep. Balance, mate. I switch between like the grittiest rap shit to like the gayest rap shit, and like love both ends of it basically. You know, that's not an insult. You know what I mean? Just like soft fucking hooky shit, and then just bars.
Holly, got another question for you. Jeff.
I know you can go back through like old shit. Like I've been listening to like some like Beatles stuff and like Mac Miller, a lot of Mac Miller as always. Listen to got more back into punk, as you could tell from that instrumental. But I've been listening to stuff like the Misfits and Lars and the Bastards and stuff like that. And same as Kai, like Little Peep, that sort of like emo-y side of stuff. And then Jake keeps sending me songs through pretty much every day, so I've been listening to them. Like, and just variety. I haven't really like. I've gone out of like listening to one thing for ages. I just sort of dip in and out. It's literally the only consistent of a minute is the new Mac Miller stuff, which is just still fire. I mean, I'll just delve in. You have like a little session, wouldn't you? And I'll just put on a load of you know, I go through things. I like listen to like quite a lot of heavy trap stuff, going back to old XX and stuff like that, and Ski Mask and yeah, shit like that. Really.
Yeah, boy, this shit's fire.
Yeah.
Every time someone asks me that question, I like my brain blanks out and I can only think of like 2 artists. Like I must have been listening to more than that.
What?
Fuck knows. What was Amy? What were we listening to the other night?
What's a bit?
We fucking was re-listening to old Green Day the other night. Actually, that was fun.
Oh yeah.
I haven't listened to that shit in ages. Like,
yeah.
Holly, got a question for you on Fat Lace. Joe Goddard's asking, what's Holly's band called and where can I hear them? Only heard her with CV.
My band is called Adwaith. It's spelled ADWAITH, and you can hear us on Spotify, on all obvious streaming platforms, YouTube as well. Yeah.
What's the name of the label?
Record.
Say that again. Sorry.
Oh, we're on Libertino Records, which is a record label from Carmarthen, where we're all from. The guy who runs it. It's called.
Joe.
He's great.
What's his name, Holly?
Griff.
Griff. Big up Griff.
Griff. Big up Griff.
Why don't you like start from the start with Libertino Records? Because I think that's worth talking about. I think they've done a pretty sick job.
Yeah, he's been so nice. He's been excellent to us. So I think what it was, he came to I think it was like a second gig in the Parrot. Again, the Parrot, big ups Parrot. And he just messaged us like, I'm looking to start out a label. And then we met in Cafe Nero, had a chat. And then he signed us first, and he worked with us for a bit, helped us recording wise, and just general PR stuff, and what pointing us in the right direction basically. He was nowhere without Griff basically. And after a few months of working with us, he asked to be our manager, which we were obviously yeah. So yeah, he manages us and does the label side of things. Yeah, we've got all of the artists on Libertino, and they're all amazing. So everyone should check them out.
Yeah, that's sick. I mean, I'm just buzzing. I mean, I'm sure there's more than this, but I'm just buzzing. Even in my eyesight, there's 2 labels I give a fuck about in Carmarthen.
Yeah, I know.
That alone is crazy to me. But
such a small place.
A big bit. Yeah. Popping off, son.
Well,
there's nothing else to do with Carmarthen, so everyone just makes music.
Yeah.
Or gets involved in the music scene. Yeah.
We had to be our own Griff. I want to steal Griff. I want Griff to be our fucking manager. not. I'm sure. Yeah. Libertino Winger Records.
That'd be a good podcast, though.
How about the label start? When did that come about?
slowly it gained over time, really. I'd say really, and like Winger just like came out, wasn't even like we were like we're going to be called Winger. It's just a phrase we started using because of like West Wales Winger, fucking Wing It, our album and stuff like that. And then we were just like, we need to put out music, and we want to incorporate, because we're part of Spitting Feathers, like, and there's a lot that was like, I thought that had a lot of potential, but for whatever reasons, you know, it just didn't like kick off or whatever, which is fine. Like, but then like we just like, you know, there's some sick artists that we want to work with on that. Like, just put out like Zubat, for example. We just was like, you know, just somewhere so he could put stuff out because we just thought he was so dope and stuff. But I can't remember the exact year. Was it like 2017 or something?
2015, I think.
Was it? Fucking hell, man.
Yeah. Well, it says that on the business card, so I hope so. Unless Gem fucked it.
Or would that? I'm sure we started the label later, because then we just released stuff on our Bandcamp to begin with. Wait, hang on.
Squawk Town was the first thing we released on Winger.
I haven't heard the album yet. I want to listen to that.
What, the new one? Or that one?
That's our first like full length thing. So that album, we'd made half of that before we even met Geff.
Right.
And then we met Geff and Oscar, and then we recorded at Haigie's uncle's place, and they helped us put together the album. And then, so like the second, was it like half of it was produced? I think Haigie only had one beat on there, and Oscar had a few beats, but Haigie did a lot of work on like recording and putting it all together and that. And then after that, we made Winger Records to put Squawk Town out, which was the first album we put out that was entirely like in-house produced and shit sort of thing. It was more like, you know, cohesive effort or whatever.
Yeah, how old were you when you did the first one? The fucking Winger?
I mean, we had an EP before that called The Hills Have Mouths, but it was like, I think that was 8 tracks actually or some shit. But fucking Winger. I'm not sure.
2015 Squawk Town, you are right.
It's all on Bandcamp, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know, Jem. What fucking age were we when we? I mean, when Hills Have Mouth come out, I swear Jem was like 14 or some shit.
That was like 2010, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's when I was in college.
What's a Bandcamp? Look.
No, wait.
No.
I mean, this is proper not interesting for people, but I was trying to remember dates. But fuck. I reckon.
Pretty sure it was like 2010, wasn't it?
I reckon it's 2012, maybe. Fuck this. Anyway, who gives a fuck? What the fuck was I about to? Oh, yeah, we played a gig with Griff's old band up in fucking mid Wales somewhere before Libertino was a thing.
Tree of Wolves. Tree of Wolves. Tree of Wolves.
That's a shit name, by the way. Like, all due respect. Tree of Wolves. Like, what the fuck? Nah, big up them though.
Wasn't Aled did you work with BCR?
What?
Aled from BCR as well, wasn't it?
He was the lead singer.
Yeah.
And Mark Howells was in the band as well.
Legendary.
Madness. So Adwife was a band and had that name before Griff found you.
Yes.
So had you not recorded at that point at all?
No.
And did you have an...
Actually, I lied earlier when I said we haven't made demos. We went to my granddad's before we met Griff. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And actually, as well, I'm lying. We made a demo with Pat from Dat Bluggy, which was really cool. She was like, before we met our producer, we recorded a demo with her in Sam Gaveni. That was really cool.
Sick. Yeah. So you got head first into some pretty cool shit pretty early on, really.
Yeah, we were so lucky. So lucky.
Yeah. That's sick, though. Yeah. So what, I mean, do you reckon you could speak for Adwife in terms of, like, what your main formative influences were, or?
I mean, we all have such eclectic tastes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all like different, and I don't know. I can't think. At the start, anyway, we wanted. I remember when we were like a bit more folky than what we are now. This band called the Staves. There's like three sisters in a band. But at the start, we went like songwriting wise, definitely they influenced us.
Yeah.
I don't know, bands like the Slits. That was definitely another band that influenced us. When we were starting off, you know, building confidence. Definitely been a thing that developed over time.
Sick.
I remember feeling so scared.
Sick.
My first few gigs, so intimidated.
Yeah.
But luckily got over that.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I was scared for like
how
the
did it
first
go?
one, and I was just an arrogant prick after that one.
I feel to win the Welsh Music Prize last year.
Oh God! I posted a video on Twitter last night actually of like when they announced like Melon by Advice. I was crying watching it, like oh my God! No, it was such a mess on that. Felt like Mariah Carey.
That's buzzing.
People interviewing her, like, oh, yeah, it was class. Such a good.
That's boss.
It's mad to think
Yeah,
like,
sick.
that album. The tunes on the album we literally wrote when we were like 16, 17. And like the fact that people have connected with it and like actually wrote it is just mad.
Yeah,
Mate.
that is sick as fuck.
I think we got Finn in the building somehow.
Send him a link.
Finbar?
To Finbar.
Email him a link to get in it.
Well, it's not off his Facebook, but it says "Wami say galdem loose batty." I think
yeah,
it's
Wami
Finn.
say
We got a
loose
tune
batty.
coming. We got a tune coming with Finn as well.
Is it?
Big
Sick.
Business.
You Finbar.
What tune's that?
Big Dog Business.
Elusive.
Big Dog Business.
Yeah. Finn.
Well, I'll just wait for that then.
Huh?
I said, cool, I'll just wait to hear that then.
I was just gonna drop it, but when I sent it to Finn because I thought like, oh, you'd really suit it, you know. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that just
Cheer,
came
boy.
out really quick, you know. I didn't really think about it, like, and I just liked the result, you know.
Yeah. Sick.
And it's actually me like kind of rapping bars for once, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell.
For
Two
once.
sisters as well, boy. Fuck.
Oh my god, bro. You must be tired.
Yeah, too much fire burning me out, mate.
So, with your album, you said you wrote some of those songs when you're like 16. So,
Yeah.
how old were you when it came out? What was the span of time from the first thing you made for it to the release of the album?
I feel like when we were first started writing the tunes, it wasn't necessarily we weren't aiming towards an album. Do you know what I mean? It was just something we were doing for fun, and it wasn't really until Griff came along. He's like, "Joy, you should put all these songs together and make an album."
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out in 2018. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of like time span. It's hard, but definitely a few years.
Yeah.
And like a few tracks we just came up with in the studio, like
Yeah.
a long. That's what we say when we talk about the album. Is like it's like a journey of us growing as musicians and as people. So like
Yeah.
the whole thing. Without sounding
So-
cheesy, a journey.
But it's kind of that it's that stereotypical process that bands go through. It's like their first album is their whole life up until that point. So it quite often ends up being like quite impactful and sick, which obviously yours was because it won a Welsh Music Prize. So do you reckon have you got the second album curse in your mind at all? Of like,
Yeah,
because the first one's your whole life, then this one's gonna be 2 years or whatever. Admittedly, sick 2 years though. I mean, you've done a lot in that time, I guess. But yeah, do Do you feel chill going into the second one, or do you feel the pressure from doing so well with your first
There's a little bit of pressure, I think, but I'm trying not to let that pressure get to my head and make it productive pressure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want the second album to be full of absolute tunes, so that's the goal. Just tune them up. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully.
You can't go too far wrong if you just want to make bangers and you don't get too obsessive about how everything is.
Yeah.
Just knock out a banger, knock out a banger, knock out a banger, see what it looks like.
What happens? Yeah. A little bit of pressure, but
Pressure. Pressure. Hit us with the intro sound again for anyone who missed it.
Yo.
Oh shit, what's up? Bimbar in the chat.
Yeah, man.
And you're smoking as well, aren't you? Killing me.
Nobody can have bars like Finn bar.
Oh, sorry, bro. Are you not smoking them, man?
No, I just run out in it.
Oh.
Trying to get some pussy old to leave the house in quarantine to. You know what I mean?
For the greater good.
So what's crack? For anyone who doesn't know, Finn is a member of the group as well, but he's been in New Zealand for the last year plus, and he's in New Zealand now, trapped there in the lockdown. What's New Zealand saying in this madness?
We've handled it like fucking boss, mate. We fucking smashed it. Yeah, that's about all. Yeah, we smashed it out of the park. Hardly anyone's dead. Fucking hardly anyone's dead, basically, and that's it. Yeah. I don't know. Where I'm at is pretty decent, pretty sweet. Yeah.
Shit, bro, you've literally got a fucking New Zealand accent you've been nested on.
I'm feeling. Not quite.
Nah. Fuck off, cunt. I haven't got a fucking accent.
But I'm feeling it for you lot back home, man. You guys getting fucked up.
Yeah, we're done fucked up. I talked to Paul in Norway as well, and I was like, "How's quarantine? Are you on your own?" He's like, "Yeah, except all the girls I'm banging." I'm like, "Well, that's not very good in the quarantine, is it, bro?" And he sent me the statistics for Norway. They've had like 100 deaths. We got like fucking 8,000 or something. They're like, "Oh, we locked it down 2 weeks before you." I was like, "We're one of the biggest shit cunts in this, by the looks of it."
Oh, absolutely. Fuck, bro, absolutely. Check. I don't want to talk about fucking this when you guys were having a nice conversation about things that aren't this before, but nah, you guys are fucked. Absolutely.
Just so you know, everyone who's listening is from Britain, not New Zealand, you know, so nice one for that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm sweet over here. But
yeah. Bro, I was about to go to Vietnam, right? And then it broke out, and I was like, all right, better not go to Vietnam, coronavirus, in Asia, whatever the fuck. I would have been safer if I just gone to fucking Vietnam.
Should have stayed there.
It's safer next door to China than it is here. I mean, we've definitely done something wrong, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's safer in China than it is here. What the fuck, like?
Yeah.
At least Boris Johnson got it, though. Do you know what I mean? At least there's some karma, like.
Yeah.
Shit policy, you get corona.
He did. If he did, fucking, at least he would have been able to see the shit state that he's put the NHS in. But I don't even think he would have been in an NHS hospital. There's no way he'd have been.
No, of course not.
NHS. He'd have been in some booper. You know.
It'd be in some $1 million fucking incubation egg or something that you paid for.
Yeah. Ain't no way he's going to the same fucking hospital your average Joe's going to.
Yeah.
Where the nurses and doctors are wearing bin bags as fucking PPE because they can't get any. Because he didn't fucking order any. Because he thought it'd be handy to ask someone else that might gain a bit of profit to make some instead, and then they didn't. Oh, mate, it boils my piss.
Well, thanks for coming and cheering the chat up, like.
That's right. Anytime. We're watching. Yeah. Watching Starship Troopers. getting blazed as and fucking watching Starship Troopers.
I think that's crickets behind you. It's so fucking scary.
Oh, fuck, yo! Oh, look at these. The praying mantis. Where is it? Can you see it?
Yeah, that's sick.
There's like fucking, there's loads of them by where I'm at now. There's fucking heaps of them.
Thank you.
There's so many. Where's the rest of them? Okay, all the rest are gone. There was loads more before. Ah, there's another one there.
That's mad.
Madness.
Yeah. We seen a female the other day. We're just waiting to see like a female and a male at the same time. See them bang and see her eat him post coitus.
Oh yeah. I forgot that. They're crazy little fucking creatures, isn't they? I swear they came here on an asteroid.
Fucking eyes on him.
Space.
What fucking eyes on him?
That's mad. Finn, can you just do a little interview of that? Can you interview the praying mantis for us? Just do a little segue.
Who's got questions for the mantis in the feed?
Yeah, who's got questions for the mantis?
Wait. That is such a disturbing picture.
Live from New Zealand with the praying mantis.
Ended up interviewing an insect.
Oh, it's sick. Yeah, just me again now. Sorry.
I think your mum was tuned in earlier, Finn. Don't know if she still is. Shouts to your mum.
Always tuned in. Shout outs, Jane. Big ups, Jane. Lots of love, mum. Sorry I haven't replied to you.
It's the first time Finn's talked to his mum since
I love
he's left.
you.
Shout out to all of our mums, yeah? Big up mum.
Big mother.
Yeah. All the mums. Love you, mum. Fuck you.
You're getting roasted in your house, mate.
Oh, flat out.
Did you hear that? The praying mantis was like, I love your mum.
The praying mantis sounds like a room full of people, to be honest.
To be fair.
Yo,
crazy.
let's talk about music.
Yeah, let's please talk about music.
Back.
This guy made fire beat.
Maybe we could play the tune.
We will, yeah, we will.
Tune.
I've got a picture of your album cover, I think. Is it the yellow one, yeah? Adwife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put that on as well, just so people can see it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I was listening to some vintage winger shit the other day with Finbar and Haigie's club album.
We in the club tonight. But that's still my favourite album we've ever worked on. Fuck.
Yo. That was a lot of fun.
I live off jelly tots till my extra wide belly pops.
Boys.
Club stands for complete lies and utter bullshit, by the way, if people don't know.
So what's
hey,
yeah? I got a question, Finn.
Yo,
how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, man, long time.
I'm doing very well. How are you, Harry?
Yeah, very good, very good. Hope you're keeping safe.
Right.
Yo,
Absolutely.
stay
home, stay safe.
Are you writing tracks still with these guys? What's going on?
Well, funny you say that. Actually, me and Geffen started collaborating on something just the other day. Yeah, but that was the first time in a long time because I've obviously been out the bubble for a bit. I've been in a different bubble, but I'm still writing my own tracks and getting them locked away in the vaults. But I'll reconvene with the gang at a later date, and we'll make something happen. I reckon. Yeah.
Whoa. You steaming, bro?
Is the wine good in New Zealand?
Don't drink wine. It is good, but I fucking still hate it. It's rank, isn't it?
Oh.
Why would you do that to yourself? Like, there's loads of nice beer here, and whiskey, tequila, weed. Wine, you don't need to do that to yourself. That's all right.
Fair enough.
But no, I reckon we'll still make some tracks in the future. I don't know. Maybe these boys are a bit high in my days. I thought they probably escalated a bit beyond my realms these days. So might have to, just watch from the fucking crowd when I get home. Maybe do an open mic or something, and maybe if I do well on an open mic, you get a little fucking guest verse. Dope. I go for that.
I was looking through my pictures on my phone the other day, and I found, I think it was from 2018, pictures and videos of you guys and Finn in the Parrot playing.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
I was there. That was one I made. Yeah.
Mad. The one you made.
The one.
That one gig I did.
Hey.
Have you been to any gigs in New Zealand then?
No. Wait, let me see.
Have you met Tom Scott yet?
Nothing overly memorable anyway. Fucking heaps. Yeah, what am I talking about? I worked
You're fried, mate.
I worked at a bar, a fucking massive hotel in Old City where they did gigs all the time.
So you worked at a venue, but you forgot everything about it until just.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that. It was all right. It wasn't that great. But the venue I worked at, just I don't know, 100 meters away, there was another pub, which every Wednesday had an open mic jam night with all instruments, and fucking anyone could turn up, play an instrument, and we'd all just jam. Some people play covers, and there was a couple of geezers there that I knew, drummer, bassist, and we'd fucking jam every other weekend, every other Wednesday, sorry. And fucking that was cool. Much better gig than, I don't know. It was just, it was I don't know.
Yeah, completely. I get you.
I don't need to say it, but you know what I'm trying to say. They weren't nice, and I just finished a fucking shift in the kitchen, and then I'm trying to walk out into fucking 500 people screaming and dancing about whatever. I'm like, I just want a cold Guinness and go home and smoke J. Fuck this.
Fair. All right. Sick.
Oh fuck! I went to Eminem. Shit, I seen Eminem.
Brother, how much fucking weed have you smoking? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You've seen Eminem and you forgot.
It's the fucking biggest gig that's ever happened in New Zealand. I went to that one.
That is.
Yeah, that was
That's
dope.
ridiculous, bro.
That was out the fucking gate, actually. Holy shit. Woo! Worked the bar, poured pints for 2.5 hours during the whole warm-up stages, the warm-up acts. Saw Hilltop Hoods, walked out for 10 minutes, saw a bit of Hilltop Hoods, and then they closed that bar down 15 minutes before he was set to come on. They said, "Oh, okay, that's it," because we were the first bar through the gates before you get into the arena.
Right.
And I was thinking, fuck, I'm not even going to be able to see the show. And then they tell us 15 minutes before he starts, we need some people to close it down, stay for half an hour. Everyone else can leave basically in 10 minutes and watch the show if you want. I was put my hand up straight away. Yo, fucking, I'm leaving. I'm out. Me and my mate Josh, who's here too, grabbed the beer each, fucking sculled it, gone, watched the whole show. And then we got kicked out 5 minutes before the end, as he's starting to play Lose Yourself, like last song of the gig, and someone comes up to us because we're still wearing our crew shirts, and they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be watching the gig." And we're like, "Yeah, fucking yeah, nah, whatever, fucking just carry on, just watching until eventually they start physically moving us and handling, and we go. We didn't create a fuss.
What was the actual performance like? That's crazy. You actually seen Eminem, man. Like none of us have seen Eminem, have we?
I have.
Have you?
Ah, bro. Oh yeah, ready.
What was the actual set like then?
Fucking on point. I was ready to like be like, obviously I wish I'd seen him fucking 15 years ago
or some shit, yeah.
Or whenever, like I don't know. But it was still dope. Not 50. It was dope. It's fucking dope. He's a massively talented fucking artist. But what was the but? Oh nah, there's no buts. Like Stan.
Yeah.
Like 80,000 people or however many people. Tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. Sheesh. And others. Like he played loads of the old schools. He played a lot of old school shit. Like loads of stuff off the LP and the Marshall Mathers LP.
Oh really?
But he was like, yeah, I was well happy. Because I was ready to be like, fuck, at least I went and seen Eminem. But he would have played all his new shit. And I wouldn't have fucking even known half of it. Or, but nah,
that was sick.
Yeah, man.
Right.
He's
we gotta keep this. Hey,
Yeah.
You're babbling, bro. Keep this chat rolling.
Let's do this. This is an interview. Like, come on, we got people to please.
I didn't know what was going on. I joined in.
Hey. All right, Finn, shut up for a second now. Nice chatting.
I'm sorry.
Hollie. Is Hollie still there?
Yeah, Mike's muted.
She's muted.
Yo, Hollie.
I think it's because they've got an extra person in it. So
yeah.
I got muted for a bit. And back in. Can you not click the button?
Can you hear me, Hollie?
Has Finn dropped out?
No, Finn's there.
I'm trying. There it is. Literally is fuck.
Oh yeah, no, I just out, and then I think I'll come back in. I don't know.
Are you still?
No, you are still in. Yeah, I'm still in. They just said it, but I can't see that.
Good man.
Oh, Finn, you gotta make no noise around the mic when you're not actually like talking. Otherwise, your screen goes to the top of the chat.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
So you gotta be quiet and actually like engaging in it, if you know what I mean.
I've muted Finn.
There's 5 of it.
All right, sick.
Why's Hollie muted?
Hollie, let's get you back on. Wait up. I'm gonna see if I can unmute you. I can't unmute
is there any
you.
question?
Dead silence. Love a bit of dead silence. Oh no, Kai's dropped out.
Try and unmute.
Gravy.
Try and unmute yourself, Hollie, on your side. We are going to be playing a track soon as well, just to keep you all intrigued through these bumpy times. Yeah, it's going to be absolute fire. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, cool.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. I just want to apologise for the rambling conversation with Finbar. We haven't spoken to him in ages, and he's in New Zealand. Fully aware that's not very interesting to most people, but we're back on track now. Hollie's back. And one thing I did want to ask you about, Hollie, is Adwife played in Russia recently, didn't they? Which is sick. I don't know if you want to tell the people what was cracking with that.
So we basically got the gig through Focus Wales, the guy Andy who runs it. It was like an international showcase festival, which they do all over the world, you know, and Andy wanted to showcase an artist there, so we were lucky enough that he chose us and he took us out there. Yeah, it was a hell of an experience. It was mad. I literally can't believe we had the opportunity to do it. Like, we got there, we didn't know what we were expecting, but the first gig that we played was in this like hockey arena. It was like an arena. It was so mad. Yeah, I think the place where we were, like, not a lot of stuff actually goes on there, you know.
Yeah.
So when something is on, they all go nuts for it. So it was like,
that's class. Was it in Siberia? Did you say?
Yeah, in Siberia, we had to go on this really famous train called the Trans-Siberian Express to get where we were. Yeah, it was mad. We were on there for like 7 hours.
So what was like, how big was the place you were at? What was that place called?
It was called Ulan Ud. Yeah, it was.
Were they like fucking white Russians, or were they like like Mongolian looking Russians?
We were quite close to Mongolia, so yeah.
So they look like Mongs, is what you're saying.
We went to some when we were out there.
Can we dump Kai as well?
Yeah. Kai, this is your last warning. Yeah, final warning. Final warning.
Mate, I'm the one actually interviewing Hollie, so I'm gonna be a dick every now and again if I want.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to.
You will be removed.
Wes Coos is saying do a live tune then. We can't do a live tune because it won't work through this app we're using. Sorry, Wes, but we'll play a new one in a bit.
Yeah, Wes.
Exclusive.
We will try and facilitate that in the future, but we'll just have to do some tests for that. Good shout.
Yeah.
Well,
good shout then.
What does everyone think? As someone's actually called for it, do you reckon now would be a good time to preview that new track?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, do you think we lost? Who wants to intro it?
Do you want to intro it, Geff?
Yeah, this track is called I Got a Problem featuring Hollie. It was just really easily put together, and it's a nice chilled vibe. There you go.
Know that you see me.
Do. It'll be out soon. Go subscribe to the Culture Vultures SoundCloud to get it when it drops very soon. What? That's what Geff wants to do it for SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, what is it, 2009?
I know, but...
I'm gonna drop it on Bieber exclusively. MySpace. Is MySpace even still a thing?
Is he playing it now?
Yeah, I'm playing it.
Are we off then?
No, your mics are on still.
Alright, everyone shut up.
It's just the way it is.
Trying to practice gratitude, doing my best to change my mental attitude. Don't let them dark thoughts consume you. For filling up my cup morning, night and noon. Now I'm trying to practice gratitude, doing my best to change my mental attitude. Don't let them dark thoughts consume you. For filling up my cup morning, night and noon.
I've been building for ages, the goat that's decaying, trying to just float but got this lump on my throat. Anchor on my ankle and a shadow on my soul. Shackles on an animal that's better than mechanical. Trying to handle all the ghosts in my dome and my haunted home. I vandalize that shit like Macaulay's home and roast a manuscript. Yeah, I roast a manuscript, wingers taking over, go suck a fat dick.
Cause I know that you see me, living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe. Trying to take something from what life's taught me. Cause I know that you see me, living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe. Trying to take something from what life's taught me.
Like, oh shit, it's that winger from the west side. Every day we get high, sit on a red stripe. I swing through the jungle like a chimp on a mission. Rock and roll hall of fame, meet the new edition. I'm the GOAT in the making, so cold it's amazing. Comparisons like I'm a grape, you're a raisin. Your style's dried out while I got that juice. Pink winger tees for the whole damn crew. We just a couple crusty young kids from the country, here to to get down on anything that's funky. Fucking with the wingers, you be loco. Go find 50 quid for a little bit of promo. Oh, no. Yeah, you know I got this problem. I just keep getting on one. Sip a bottle till it's long gone. I sip a bottle, then I'm long gone, yeah. Yeah, you know I got this problem. I just keep hitting bottom, but I ain't stopping for nobody. No, I'm gonna go and go till my brain hits the flow. Oh, oh.
Know that you see me living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe. Trying to take something from what life's taught me. Cause I know that you see me living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe. Trying to take something from what life's taught me.
You're listening to Wingers featuring Hollie Singer. That's Culture Vultures featuring Hollie Singer. And this is a live interview, Winger Records interviewing Hollie Singer for Madwife on EMW TV.
I'd actually forgotten about that too.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I forgot about my whole verse and everything. Memorable. Nice. Shouts to Jude Phillips locked in.
I got something cooking with him too.
Hague times Jude.
Also, shout out to Michael Simmons joined, Shannon, Emily, Andrew, Booth, E. They're all on.
Booth.
Yeah, more. Joe
Which one's this one then? I'm on the Winger one on the Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on the EMW one.
EMW.
Yeah.
So many different things, bro.
Yeah, we got some. we got wing. You know, we're flapping.
Flapping wingspan.
Feel free to send in questions, people, so we don't end up talking about dick size and praying mantis.
Some boofy questions.
I got a question for like the sound, like just for sound heads. Like, do you want to run through your equipment and like why you use it? As like particular guitar effects, pedals, or amps, or is it just like you just used whatever, you know?
Me, right?
Yeah.
No, me.
I don't have that many guitar pedals. I've got a Jazzmaster, which is this one. And then I've got the amp I use is a Fender Blues Junior, which is actually here. Pedals I use, I've got an overdrive. I've got this multi-stomp zoom pedal, and it's got like 80 different effects on it, like reverb. Yeah, it's cool. And then I've also recently got this new guitar pedal that is like a synth. Basically, it turns your guitar into different sounding. Nice. Yeah, but you can only play like individual notes, obviously. But yeah, I've been having loads of fun messing with that.
And why did you go for the Jazzmaster in particular? I know it's a nice guitar.
It was actually, once again, Griff's advice to get a Jazzmaster. He influenced me to get it. But my grandparents bought me this, luckily enough. I think they bought it because I posted a picture up like on Facebook, like, oh, I'm in love with this guitar, and they just bought me it, which is really nice of them.
Yeah.
I've just fallen in love with the whammy bar on it as well. Like, I don't think I could get a guitar without a whammy bar now if I was to get a new one.
Yeah, it's sick. It's got a very versatile tone as well, isn't it, Jazzmaster?
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, Strat's got a kind of certain sound and a Les Paul with Humbucker has got like its own certain sound, but Jazzmaster you can almost like, you know, it's got a lot more variety, I think, just with the amount of switches and pickups and stuff.
I quite like the clean sound of it is like on its own, of the Jazzmaster, with like a bit of reverb on my amp. It sounds lovely, so definitely it sounds sick on its own. So.
Whose phone's buzzing all the time?
It's probably me, because my charger's jacked and I keep on having to replug it. But I can just stop it and let it die if it's annoying. Like.
No, it's just wondering.
For dickheads like me, what's a whammy bar?
So it's this thing. Hang on. If I do this, wait. Will this stay? Yeah. So whammy bar's this thing.
I can't see that.
play chords and just make it sound like.
Right. Oh, that's sick. Go on and give us something.
No, I ain't doing that.
Basically, just bends the strings in the most simple way, Kai, and it just changes.
Like a wave twist.
Yeah, in your brain, yeah.
Okay, bye, guys.
No.
The amount of terms I've had to like make up to describe, it's not a diss because you boys are just like words, your brain's full of words and like rhyming patterns, but like the amount of things I've had to like think up, like in a thing like trying to explain, like, yeah, it's just class. I wish we like recorded them all and meld and stuff,
You just said melge, bro. I don't think that's a word.
I said it before to try and describe something to you in the studio.
Yeah. To be fair, like, yeah, we kind of all do it. Like, me and Jen with music terms obviously are absolutely useless, so we just use whatever word comes into our head. But then, like, you're quite creative with words just in English in general. Like, you'll be like whapping out words. I know exactly what you mean, but I'm like pretty sure it's not a word. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of stuff like, rap and that. You can just say what the fuck you want. There's no laws to it. Like,
yeah.
It's more interesting the more you slang it up, to be honest.
Yeah. Did we cover this? But I think another good question is how like all you met Adwife. And like.
So me and Gwen have known each other since we were babies. Like, our parents were like in school together, and we grew up as next door neighbours. Knew each other for ages, and then we didn't really start making music together until we were like 14-ish. But at the first couple of tries we just did like covers and stuff, and did really shit covers. And then we tried writing some tunes in English at the start, but then we were like, it wasn't really until we started going to like Welsh language gigs and stuff in the Parrot, we were like, okay, we can actually like get involved. So we started writing in Welsh, and that's, to be honest, I think if we didn't write in Welsh at the start, we wouldn't have had half the support that we did. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think because there wasn't many girls on the Welsh language scene, they sort of were like, oh, fucking hell, there's actually some girls playing guitars and singing. It's like a new thing for the Welsh scene at the time. Obviously, they've had like singer-songwriters and stuff in the Welsh scene before, but they haven't really had like an all-girl band.
Yeah.
For a while now, so that was and then we met Hillaz, our first ever gig in the Parrot. Once again, big up Parrot. One of our first ever gigs. We didn't have a drummer, and she came up to us steaming in the toilet, like, "Oh my god, do you need a drummer?" And we were like, "Yeah." So then she hasn't left us.
Sick. Kind of like fate, like if you want to believe that.
Good as well, because Hillaz brothers are all in bands as well in the Welsh scene and stuff. So like, it's like a good community.
Yeah.
I got a question, Holly.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those who haven't seen you live, how would you describe it? Like, what would you expect from a live gig from Adwife?
Gwen's groovy bass lines. Hillaz, she's such a good drummer. Honestly, I don't know what we've done to deserve Hillaz, but she is like the driving force of all of our songs. Like, she's just so sick on the drums. Expect the unexpected, I suppose, is what I would like to say.
I'd say there's a lot of variety as well. That's what I've always noticed in your music. It's like it's like sounds drawn from everywhere. You don't really like stick to kind of like a specific sound.
That's why it's so hard when people ask us like, "What's your inspirations?" It's just like, all the different stuff. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, all of our tastes are so different. When we all come together, it's just whatever sounds good in our rehearsal space is like, it'll be fine.
You feel like you'd be like lying and giving an inaccurate picture by just chucking people a few influences, sort of thing.
Okay, so I feel like we take influence from bands like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard because they just do whatever the fuck they want. Basically, that band, they release like different albums with like completely different genres. Like they don't stick to anything.
Yeah.
But also like bands like the Slits, it's just like their message and how they come across. What else? Probably bands like Goat Girl. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. So what is there any sort of like sound or style or anything that you haven't done that you like really want to give a bash and chuck in the mix? Like
I quite like to do sort of, don't know.
rap album.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like something a bit more rappy. So I reckon I could do it. Do you know what I mean?
You heard it here first, coming out on Winger Records, Hollie Singer debut rap album.
I reckon I could see. So who knows? Maybe.
How are you guys coping at the moment as a band though? Like keeping in touch with each other? Are you still rehearsing somehow, or what are you doing?
No. Well, basically, all of us we're based in different places. So I'm based in Cardiff, Gwen's in Carmarthen, and Hila lives in London. So it's pretty much normal for us. It's being far away from each other. But how we cope usually, obviously not with Corona, but because we gig quite often. Like we meet up before gigs and stuff, and practice. Like it's quite a continuous thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with regards to like songwriting and stuff, usually we just like send each other ideas on our phones and like build off of it in rehearsals then.
And so you all kind of contribute to the songwriting. There's not one single songwriter.
Yeah, we all contribute to it. Yeah, but like sometimes, obviously, like I would have written the whole tune and we'll come together and work on it to make it, full. But yeah, like it depends, obviously. You know what I mean?
And
like sometimes I'll write a whole one, or other times
and
we'll
then
all contribute.
And when you do get together to record, do you have a favourite place to record?
We've only been there once, but definitely the favourite place that I've recorded at was when we did that album. It was in.
Sorry, you're gonna have to stop for a second. Say that again.
I feel like we've recorded in a few different places, but I feel like my favourite is where we did our album in Powys, which is like mid Wales. Wafer Studios it's called, and we stayed there for like a week. It was like a studio downstairs, and then like in place upstairs. And that was cool. It was a really cool place.
So like a residential studio.
Yeah. Also, as well, we're really lucky that we went to Rockfield Studios, where like Oasis and like Queen and people have recorded. We did like a session there for Horizons. That was really cool. It was mad. I was just like walking around the whole time like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah, so you've all had quite a lot of exposure through the platforms in Wales, like Horizons, Focus Wales, you've mentioned already earlier.
Definitely.
Yeah, and there was a few things planned this year, wasn't there? I don't know. I mean, were you due to play at some festivals and sort of like keep on movement with Adwife? And also, just like, has that all been put on hold, or are we going to see you come back when everything's back to normal?
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to like postpone a few things. Like we were supposed to play in South by Southwest this year, and it literally got cancelled like the week before because of Corona. And that was like such a huge thing for us to be able to go out to South by Southwest. Such a great opportunity. We're gutted about that. Also, like festivals and stuff. The Big Love Festival, which is one of my favourites that I went to last year, that's been cancelled. But yeah, hopefully they'll reschedule stuff like South by Southwest and we can get back on it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure generally everybody's in the same boat, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of love when it comes back around to it.
Hopefully.
What about the Culture Vultures? What were you on? You were due to play at Focus Wales, weren't you, in Wrexham?
Yeah, it's only so.
Say that again?
It's going to be our first year there.
It was the first year.
It's October. It's going on. So.
Oh, it's still going on, is it?
Yeah, it's just been postponed.
Sweet.
Moved all the dates, so it's pretty much the same lineup, I think. So.
Wales is class.
Yeah. I don't really know what to expect from it at all, to be honest.
Whereabouts you guys live? What from you? Edmonton?
I'm not sure.
Old number 7.
Oh, I think I know one. I don't know. It's kind of weird how many like little venues and stuff are about Wrexham. It's a cool place.
Yeah,
Like Marble.
we played above a fucking Portuguese restaurant when we did a gig there. in a function room above like a Portuguese restaurant.
Yeah, it was open. Like you had to walk through a restaurant and you're just getting a sesh on, playing dirty rap upstairs, and there's literally people. There's no like. It was just a staircase up as well. There wasn't like a door to shut or anything. It was like open. It's weird as like.
Cheap beers though.
Yeah.
What matters?
I got fucking stuck in Wrexham that night because they fucking locked my car in the fucking car park.
That's happened to us in Hornsey.
Hey?
So, that's happened to us before. Like the car got locked into a car park. It's awful.
They're still trying to fine me for it, and I'm like, you fucking serious? Like, there's no sign saying the car park's shut. Like,
The cheek of it.
bellends. Yeah, one thing I actually wanted to know is, like, Melon artwork is sick. Like, I love that. Do you guys like conceptualize that and draw it or whatever, or do you like outsource for that?
So Gwen drew the cover actually.
How's it?
Of the little man with a heart. Yeah, Gwen drew that. But the rest of like the vinyl sleeve and like the CD stuff is designed by H. Hawk Line. I don't know if you know who that is. It's like another artist. But yeah, he designed like the sleeve and the back and stuff. I think he just completely got the aesthetic and like like the feel of the album, and he just like translated it perfectly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I really wanted to nick that at the Welsh Music Prize Awards, a fucking big one.
The big one. Yeah, no, we've got that in the rehearsal space in here, lad's house now.
Oh, sweet.
It is there. We did steal it. We have to. What about you? Isn't it you that designs all of the covers and stuff for you guys?
Basically, what happened there is just when, like, Kai was just over my house recording, and we just throw ideas back and forward. It basically started off a little drawing I did of Jem when he's a kid, because there's this photo of Jem with like this when he's like, I don't know, like 6 or something. So I just drew over that, but eyes is literally from Jem, like, and that was just the base of it. And then I don't know who came up with the idea, but we were just like, oh, maybe just like take photos of like, get a mouth in. So I got my fucking ugly gnashes in there. Obviously the most standout fucking ones, like, and then Kai just took a photo of his finger like that, and then I basically did all the technical stuff, and I did like the right into the hand. It was a lot more basic before that, but yeah, we do it. Yeah. Yeah, considering I'm not a graphic artist, I'm very fucking happy with it. Like,
Yeah.
and then this was like Jem's idea, I think, or to put this photo in here, or I could be wrong about that. But yeah, basically it's a combination of everybody, like, you know, throwing ideas, and then I just do the technical shit. Like,
Cool.
That's basically our whole shit there described. A bunch of random ideas chucked in the pot, then Gaff does the technical shit. It's like our music. It's just scrapbooky, you know. It's like a fucking collage of mismatched shit put together. It's actually creepy similarities in our album covers, to be fair.
I know. Yellow.
Yeah, just big, bold, yellow shit. Yeah. Should we both do a red one next?
Cool.
We'll call it cool.
Yeah.
Because people look at our vinyl, obviously it's called melon, which means yellow, and the actual vinyl inside is red. People were like, why did you do that? Why did you make it yellow? And I was like, expect the unexpected. Again.
Yeah, maybe it's a teaser for your next album, Koch.
No.
It's gonna have a yellow vinyl for your next album, Koch. You heard it here first.
Well, have you guys got more material in the vaults for another album then?
Absolutely fucked tons, to be honest.
Yeah, loads of shit. Loads of shit. Yeah.
You've probably heard.
We got shit that's older than stuff that came out on that album.
Yeah. But it's like we're saying, we just like collect ideas, and it's just like whatever together. Like, good example is a Preach song. We're gonna make a Jack Vans EP, and that song just really fit on Wave of Wing. So it's like, just put that on there. But this next one, it seems to be more. Well, the next big thing seems to be a collection of but more just noisier side, like burning like our roots of like hip hop, if you want to put it in a conceptual way, and just like, because we literally want to call it Squawk Box Burning, and yeah, it's a lot fucking noisier. I know you've heard some of the shit, like, but yeah, it's just like a lot more. I don't know. We got really into like just distorted stuff at one point, and yeah, that's the roots.
Like, if you've been to one of our gigs, basically, like, you know, like the last quarter of our set, we're going to be releasing an album like that. Just all the fucking thrashy, heavy, distorted, bass heavy, punky, fucking in your face, go fuck your mum shit.
That sounds sick.
Basically, is there any more questions in the chat and that? No. I think we're probably approaching the end of this, do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, I'm just having a look now. Not many questions. If anyone's got any questions, drop it in. Otherwise, I will play that track again to play us out at the end. Because
I was going to say, does anybody want a preview, like, of something?
Yeah, any previews? If anyone wants to hear anything.
Have you got my tune there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of playing, because it's basically done. Like,
I got a question from Dana here. Wait up. So Dana's asking, just tuned in, don't know what you've been chatting about. Wanted to ask, what inspires your subject matter, Culture Vultures and Adwife?
Well, basically what we've been chatting about, isn't it?
Yeah, so
life in general, innit, and just plucking stuff out of the ether, and like for me personally, not literally like overthinking it or like stressing on it too hard. Just like whatever feels natural in a moment and just sounds good. And to be fair, I swear fucking concepts become more apparent after you've written it. They do for me anyway. It's like I'll look at something I've written like a week later and I'll be like, fuck, I was actually kind of on about that, but you don't realize at the time. It's just like, it's more an energy, like, and like the thought of the act of not really overthinking and just doing. So the subject matter, yeah, it's just general life stuff you've experienced. I think it's got a lot to do with what you're thinking at the time. It's like what Kai said in the last one. It's like he'll write a verse and then he'll read it later on and just be like, fuck, man, I was going through some shit then or something, you know, but you just don't realize at the time. It's like, in the cheesiest way possible, it's kind of like a form of therapy and just like, just to get shit out, I guess. That's how it is for me, I guess, but I don't know what you guys say.
I 100% agree with what Gaff said. What did you say?
I think your mic...
That audio sounds jacked to me.
You might have to rejoin, Hollie. Try again.
I know Kai's more deliberate with his bars, and just from being around him, and Jem as well, like, I know they've got, like, if there's a good line, it'll be just, like, in a notebook, and then as they're writing, they might, like, open the notebook and be like, oh, yeah, that works, you know?
Yeah, so I'm basically the same as Gaff. Like, in like, I do that shit too, where I try not to think and I just let thoughts drop out, but I also, like, purposely absorb loads of fucking information, like stand-up comedy or science or like philosophy and fucking religion lectures, psychology lectures. Like, I try and like absorb shit that's actually interesting and like picks apart life a bit. And I constantly write in like one-liners, two-liners, and I just got a scrapbook of fucking constant lines. And then so I kind of mix that gut feeling with what I'm feeling with a bunch of shit that I actually know is like tickles your fucking brain. I got in a pad sort of thing.
Bro, that's how Kanye does it, literally.
Yeah. I taught him.
Clear? Is that better?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Do you labour over your lyrics, Holly, or is it more of a train of thought kind of thing?
Say that again?
Do you like labour over your lyrics, go in like with a concept, or is it more of like a train of thought feeling kind of thing?
Depends, I think. Sometimes I find it easy to have if I can think of a concept, like I'll definitely work with that. But most of the time, yeah, it's train of thought stuff. With lyrics and stuff as well, I find I can go literally weeks without coming up with something, and then in a day I'll literally write like 3 songs. Like, I feel like when I'm the most busy is when I can churn out tunes the most.
Yeah.
And when I like actually have the time to sit down and write, I just don't feel inspired.
Yeah.
Always when I'm busy.
I was gonna say it's like the classic thing. I don't know if you get it, but it's like I'll literally be trying to think of a lyric or something, and then I'll literally be like in the bath or something, and then lines will just come, and I haven't got like anything next to me, and
yeah,
or on your bike or something like. But I've been pretty good at retaining good ones, you know. But you do. I've lost quite a lot of the lyrics. But yeah,
I actually wrote the lyrics for the problem tune. When I was on the train and I didn't have any headphones, and I was like, well, what the fuck else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah, those lyrics in the tune are from that.
Nice.
What are you saying, Jem?
What about bars?
About like content, subject matter.
Yeah, I don't know. It's broad, isn't it?
Louis
Yeah, I
Sim,
agree with what Gav said. Storing bars and shit. There's a lot
Jem's
of stuff
really good at making shit sound
tunes,
fly
there's a
without
lot
saying
of
it.
old bars and shit you forget about as well. Like, good, like,
You what, mate?
my favourite subject matter of Gems is talking about sucking your dad's dick. Like,
That's not very nice.
It's actually
He wrote
true.
the bar, mate. Genuinely wrote the bar, mate.
Yeah.
but it's on such a
Go on.
noisy song, you probably can't hear it.
Crack is full of children.
Oh, I think my phone's low battery, and whenever I plug my charger in, it makes my audio go funny for some reason.
Oh, you sound
So,
good now, though.
Yeah, my charger's not in right now.
Oh, right. That's it. So,
Well, we
yeah, we've been live for.
probably start to close
We
it out.
can print my tune if
I
you
think
want. Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, I think the song will sum up Gems' writing style, 100%.
So yeah, we've been live for an hour and a half. Geff is going to play some tracks.
Are you ready for some wing shit? I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking about all them times. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking that it's just about time, yeah. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking about all them times. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking that it's just about time. It's been a long day watching cats in my garden. I beg to differ, but I won't beg your pardon. I'm a winger from the middle of nowhere, bumping squid ninjas while I'm trimming my nose hair. I've been working on this plan for a minute now, coming for the throne. Until then, I ain't sitting down, I ain't taking breaks, I'm not wasting time. I keep my circle tight, every day we shine. Full squad of them wingers on the prowl. Yeah, we get a little wavy, then we surfing through the crowds. Yeah, Zubat brought that funky sativa. Like, please Santa Claus, I want buds and tequila. If not, I'll take some socks. Trying to find time, I just wanna stop clocks. But I know that the timing is vital. Kaleidoscope thoughts got my mind in a spiral. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking about all them times. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking that it's just about time, yeah. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking about all them times. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking that it's just about time. I'm interstellar like McConaughey, feeling confused like when Dizzy dropped Holiday. Fuck what they say, gotta do you at the end of the day. The start of it too, passing the zoo. I'm pretty damn drunk and it's 2:30. We gon' keep on going to the sunrise, rapping on mud, got a wing and feeling tongue tied. Slapping up G while he's drinking a Bud Light. Should've been drinking a brew dog, zoo dog in the back getting f***y with a new flock. Who, what, when, where? Bust them move, Fred Astaire. Who thought that this gem would care? Yeah. Oh shit, it's them wingers again. Can't help myself every time I pick up a pen.
This is fire.
Gotta fucking. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking about all them times. I've been thinking, I've been drinking, I've been thinking that it's just about time, yeah. I've been thinking, I've been drinking.
To be fair, the song really does sum up Jen.
I've been thinking.
No, it's a really good like encapsulation of like the style.
Thinking that it's just about time.
Skirt. Tune.
That was beautiful. Made me feel fluffy.
Do you notice, Jem, I took a tag out as well? Wait.
Nice.
Tag beat. I removed the tag.
Cut that tag out, way.
I actually started making another beat to it, but we'll save that for later another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably do a remix.
Yeah, I do have a few tunes almost finished. Just need waiting on verses from two of the boys. 4 tunes in the bag.
Nice, then. Nice.
What are you saying then, Harry? Should we fucking play it out on the new one? What's everyone saying?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was a real nice interview. A little bit of a stoppy-starty, but it was great. So yeah, we've been on EMW TV, Winger Records, interviewing Hollie Singer. And to play out, we're going to play Culture Vultures, I Got a Problem, featuring Hollie Singer.
Cheers, Harry.
Thank you. Bless up, man.
Nice one, Harry, boy.
Keep safe.
Nice one, Hollie. Safe doing it. Winger, winger, winger. Come Marvin to infinity.
Trying to take something from what life's taught me. Living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe. Trying to take something from what life's taught me.
I'm still on it, run the track like Sonic, but I'm speeding too fast, got me feeling bubonic. But
Alright, see you guys. Take it easy.
my heart in the
Good day.
cockpit. I mix of this shit like gin does with tonic. Pop a bonnet, rev the engine, adjust suspension. I fly through the
Thank
air
you.
like I got a death sentence. But I clear the river and I'm all like, don't mention. I'm always on time, so my deadline don't need extending.
Trying to practice gratitude, doing my best to change my mental attitude. Don't let them dark thoughts consume you. For filling up my cup morning, night and noon. Now I'm trying to practice gratitude, doing my best to change my mental attitude. Don't let them dark thoughts consume you. For filling up my cup morning, night and noon.
I've been building for ages, the goat that's decaying. Trying to just float, but got this lump on my throat. Anchor on my ankle and a shadow on my soul. Shackles on an animal that's better than mechanical. Trying to handle all the ghosts in my dome and my haunted home. I vandalize that shit like Macaulay's home. I roast a manuscript. Yeah, I roast a manuscript. Wingers taking over. Go suck a fat dick.
Cause I know that you see me living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe. Trying to take something from what life's taught me. Cause I know that you see me living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe, trying to take something from what life's taught me.
Like, oh shit, it's that winger from the west side. Every day we get high, sip on a red stripe. I swing through the jungle like a chimp on a mission. Rock and roll hall of fame, meet the new edition. I'm the GOAT in the making, so cold it's amazing. Comparisons like I'm a grape, you're a raisin. Your style's dried out while I got that juice. Pink winger tees for the whole damn crew. We just a couple crusty young kids from the country, here to get down on anything that's funky. Fucking with the wingers, you be loco. Go find 50 quid for a little bit of promo. Oh, no.
Yeah, you know I got this problem. I just keep getting on one. Sip a bottle till it's long gone. I sip a bottle, then I'm long gone, yeah. Yeah, you know I got this problem. I just keep hitting bottom, but I ain't stopping for nobody. No, I'm gonna go and go till my brain hits the flow.
Know that you see me living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe, trying to take something from what life's taught me. Cause I know that you see me living my life like it's so easy breezy. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard to breathe, trying to take something from what life's taught me.